Gentlemen, welcome back to another video. My name is Stryker.
My name is Luba.
Now, every now and then we see something that just blows our mind, and 2 days ago saw a comment under a video that was just, I'll tell you this. I screen captured the comment and I sent it to Luba and I said, have a look at this. And what did you say to me back?
It's not polite, but I said it made me sick.
It made her sick. That's how bad this comment was.
I'm sorry.
Now,
I'm sorry.
Now, bit of context.
Private conversation, but
This comment wasn't under one of our videos. It was under a video from a YouTuber, Connor Klein, and Connor Klein had kind of included our video in his video. I'll put links to the videos down below, talking about whether or not a man should take care of himself
and look better than a monkey.
And look better than a monkey. And then so
from 2 videos that this guy watched, like he made this kind of comment and this kind of conclusion.
Well, not just that. And this is the thing. It's that there is.
It is his philosophy, you mean?
Well, it's just that some men are absolutely clueless who think they are clued up. This is what this guy's advice is to other men, because that's why people put comments when they're giving advice to other men. So this was his advice that made Luba throw up in her mouth. Is that what happened?
No.
Okay. So, anyway, from JRLL, this is his advice from his experience. All Slavic girls say I'm handsome, and I am very successful by Slavic standards. And even so, I've had to write to more than 1,000 beautiful Slavic girls on Russian sites for every one that I have dated. Around a dozen over the last decade. So
Does it make you sick as well? Tell me if I'm wrong.
Comment if you're throwing up in your mouth. So I have written to more than 12,000 12,000 beautiful Slavic girls. Number one, I'll just stop here. Stop calling them beautiful Ukrainian women, beautiful Slavic women.
It's a clickbaiting.
It's like they're just chicks from Eastern Europe.
So 12,000 ladies in the last decade to end up dating a dozen. So he ended up dating like 1% of one who is like. Okay.
And that's his advice. So
conclusion, he said.
So on dating sites over the last decade to end up with a dozen. Conclusion: if an ugly guy, even if he is rich, thinks that writing to 20 or 100 Slavic beautiful girls,
I'm telling you, he's a spy. Okay. One or some of them will run to them the West or become their girlfriends. These guys are just delusional. Ugly guys, less than 5, from 0 to 10.
No. Less than guys.
Less than 5 from 0 to 10.
Yeah.
Have no chances to date Slavic beauties. 8 to 10. As simple as that. You only have to watch videos on the streets of Slavic cities and see the guys who are walking with beautiful girls. Particularly, all of them are at least guys 5 to 6, and most of them 7 to 10.
Right. This is a little bit of a problem. So what
a little bit of a problem. One thing I can say that this guy maybe, like, even though it's like I think it's all fake information, but at least he is not bad with math. Like he liked math. I can tell. I can put his psychological portrait. He likes math.
You know, and sometimes that's a problem because we overanalyze things. And clearly, I think that this guy's overanalyzed something. And there was another comment here. It was hard from Fuliupu Ana Gahiti. Okay, I don't know. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong. It's hard today because they all have access to the dating game through smartphones, for free. You have no idea how much choice Russian and Ukrainian women have today compared to the 90s, who believe that these women are desperate. Has definitely no clue. You must be the next Andrew Tate to get a 9 or a 10 in these countries. You know who Andrew Tate is? Oh, he's like this. I guess a YouTuber, very controversial at the moment, says things which I think I would agree with almost everything that he says. But if you're a man, it's in your feed everywhere. He was actually the most Googled man on YouTube for the last 3 months.
Curious to see.
Yeah. So very interesting situation with him anyway. But regardless, let's have a look at this. Okay. Number one, let's stop. As men, stop putting a certain culture of women on some sort of pedestal and going, these Slavic beauties will never choose me. Why would they choose me? Okay. Let's go back to the start here. Let's go right back to the start. This guy's writing to women online through Russian websites.
That's
I'm pretty certain that anyone who's watching this video who knows us knows that this guy is getting...
You mean scammed?
Yeah. And he's wasted like thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars writing to 12,000, and the fact that he still calls them... I mean, I got to give him kudos for the fact that he's persistent. He still refers to them as Slavic beautiful women, even after spending all that money. Usually when someone spends that much amount of money, they're scammers, they're using me, they're only after money, they're gold diggers, whatever. This guy, he's still in the game.
Pretty respectful.
He's still in the game.
But you know what, like you say about like for the last decade. So for me, I don't know, maybe this is a joke. Maybe this is the person who just like decided to write this comment just to be famous on our YouTube channel. I don't know, because I can't believe in that. Like if somebody would say like, Luba, do you believe that it is reality or it's fake? I would say that it is fake. I don't believe that anybody would write like to 12,000 beautiful Slavic girl. Like it's impossible. And also for the decade is 10 years, right?
Yes.
So for 10 years, he's writing letters. So
yeah, and here's the thing, okay? So that for him is his only option. And the fact that he's talking about how many he's written to, it's almost like a medal, like a badge. You know, like, well, I had to write to 12,000 to get 12 dates. And anyone that thinks that...
a platinum member.
Yeah, and anyone that thinks that you have to write to less to get 12 dates, you're stupid. Well, it's so ridiculous. Like for us, it's ridiculous because of what we do for our job. No one's writing to 12,000 ladies. You have dates set up with women that like you and that you like them, and then you talk to each other. That for us is the easiest part about it. And sometimes it's I say it's almost humorous in some sense when people write these comments about like, it's too difficult because of this other guy at the bottom here, because he's talking about how Ukrainian women have so much choice. Like the Ukraine, Russia, the United States, UK, there's not that much difference when it comes to dating. Yes, hypergamy is real. Yes, women will date up. This guy's here is talking about you must be Andrew Tate to date 9s or 10s in any other country. In what country, Philippuhu Nangahiti, are you dating 9s and 10s? Right? If you're dating 10s, you literally have to be a 10. There is nothing higher than a 10 if we want to use the numeric scale of attraction. So all these guys that are going around that are saying like, you know, Ukraine is not the place to go because they're all scammers and gold diggers if you want 9s or 10s. Most men, believe it or not, cannot get 9s or 10s, right? Because women date up. If a woman is a 9 or a 10, how is she going to date up? She has to either date up or across. So the man has to be a 10. So 9s and 10s date 10s. So these guys here, I can guarantee you that this guy here is not a 9 or a 10 because he's written to 12,000 beautiful Slavic women. He says that he is handsome. No, actually, he says all Slavic girls say that he is handsome. You used to be one of those letter writers. What did you used to say to them? You're very handsome for your age. Age is not a problem. Yes? I'm tired of Ukrainian men. We want serious men. We want Western men, blah, blah, blah. So this guy has been FUCK'd 12,000 times. I don't mean to laugh about this, but I mean, I just hope you guys can realize that 10 years ago, yes, it was very difficult. I think when I made one of my first videos about how the letter writing structure worked from information that I got from a good friend of mine, I think I was like probably the first video on YouTube to explain how it actually worked. Everybody else thought it was real. Now there's so much information out there, and on this YouTube channel, Connor Klein's one, he also talks about it in extent. So this guy's a follower of him and still thinks... Yeah,
I just want to say, like, he's watching like normal videos.
If this was on another channel, if this was underneath like some letter writing website or some social website, the socialist, and wrote that, I wouldn't even bother worrying about it. But this guy is overlooking the information. His message should be, I did this and it was wrong. Don't ever do this. But he's literally telling guys that you need to write to at least 12,000 ladies online
to find the one.
Well, not even to find the one, to have at least 12 dates.
I want just to say that we're not trying to make laugh of anybody, or we're not trying to, we just try to highlight the problem that we see. Like we really, like I think, since we separate ourselves from this, like all of our clients who are calling us, like, yes, from time to time we have a guy who did the letter writing, and then he said like, I found your channel and like my life changed. Yes, I'm pretty pissed about that. I'm upset that, you know, I even started, but it looks so real. I do agree, and like when I've been doing that and when I've been a translator, I can say that yes, of course I understand that guys are feeling that this is reality, and then when they chat with somebody, they feel that it is very real because they are from the West. They're not used used to lie. They're not used to, like, they can't imagine that it can be something like that. But most of the time, unfortunately, this happening to the guys who are like super unrealistic, right? Like if this guy is talking like by the Slavic standard, like I'm very successful, I'm very handsome, I'm very rich, I'm very this and this and this, like, so maybe you're choosing the wrong ladies, right?
Who, this guy?
Yeah, I don't know. Like
this guy's writing letters, so he's not going to get anywhere.
He's like, but like all these guys were writing like to 18 years old ladies and etc. So like you just need to understand that this industry sounds horrible. I 100% agree. But there is good in that industry as well. When like I was living in this system and until the Papa of Hard Rocket came and took me away.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm very happy because I was always trying to explain something and to take away guys from that. But what happened to me, I was blamed and yelled from these companies that I can't say anything. Like we should only follow the certain rules that like the guys is coming, doing this and this, going home. That's all. That's all. For when we started the Hard Rocket, Stryker was very curious about the scams, how it works, and of course I was telling him everything. I was doing the videos, and we have some views on that. We have some calls, like we have a video with a guy who spent $350,000 on that. And then in one point of time, we decided together, like came to the point that we don't want to deal with this anymore. And I think that the dot in that was our course that we created. The course was written with all details about how the scam works, what are the red flags, what to look after, how does it work, and etc. So you can understand. And I think from that time, like we didn't have anybody who called us and like tell this kind of story. Yes. Did we have a guys who did a letter writing? Yes. But I think that what's happening with our clients particularly, like, and my advice to you, our future client, is that if you ever did it, it's okay. It's already in the past. It's already happened to you. Maybe there's still something that is like hurting or painful and like you don't know how to figure it out. Please give us a call. We're going to explain you and we're going to help you as much as we can. We're going to do investigation. We can find that girl. We can do anything for you just to make you feel, to have that closure. And after that, watch our videos. Watch at least choose topics, thumbnails, whatever. At least 10-hour videos from 320 that we've been doing over all these years. Watch it. And I think that all of the questions will be just gone and you can, take this dirty clothes, leave it there and come as a new person. And then we can start working. We can start working and if you are confused, if you don't know, at the moment, you a little bit understand us and know, message us, email us. Stryker will send you the list of the top must-watched videos from our channel to give you an idea what should you do next, because I'm sure that a lot of guys who are watching, maybe this guy, this GRLLFF, he is lost, maybe he really maybe he's done it this 12,000 letters and he is completely lost. He doesn't know what to do, and all we do now is just making a little fun of him and this Falipuli.
Well, the idea was not to make fun of him, but he is the tip of the iceberg, because he's the one that's written this on. But there are thousands, hundreds of thousands, tens of thousands, I don't know, who believe this as well. Who believe for 10 years he's been told this, right? He's been told that, you're very handsome. I mean, he's 10 years older now. He's not going to be as handsome as he was 10 years ago, but usually doesn't happen that way. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff online. This really annoyed me, this here, because there are some other guys that would probably relate to it and say, yeah, okay, so it takes 10,000, writing to 12,000 women. I just can't believe it.
But can I say one last thing? I didn't finish. So as I say, just watch the videos and then know that this process can be done different. This is number one. And number two, for me, when I read this comment as well, after I felt a little bit better, for me, I just understand that sometimes it's easier for the guys to think it didn't work because of this. The beautiful Slavic women it's their fault. It's not my fault. I did everything right. I'm rich, I'm handsome, this, and this, on his opinion. And so it's easier to justify their fail rather than do some extra work, learn something else, do some self-improvement, and actually go and achieve it. So we have a client, and I think we will close on that, our video, but we have a client who's been coming to all of these companies for 10 years. And it was our first ever client for Hard Rocket Tour. Because of him, we started doing the tours. And when we talked to him, I thought, what is the problem? I think that this guy is absolutely incredible. He's perfect client. He's like everything about him, everything. And it's not that he's like the youngest guy that we've been working. No, but I told Stryker I want him to be our client, and for him I will go and do it myself. I will come and that's how we start having our wing woman. Like he brought a friend, but he's been coming for 10 years to find that woman. But he was brave enough to reach out to us and change something, understood that he did something wrong, and he was not blaming these women.
Yeah, he went out there and he didn't give it, like there's roadblocks everywhere, right? And quite often using these websites are roadblocks. Oh, I was writing on Ukraine, blah blah blah, and I went to this romance thing, and then it didn't work. These are like roadblocks, and they stop. And sometimes like we talk to guys actually through the Zoom call, through the consultation. They're like, oh, I don't know if I should. I've done all these other things before. They're like stuck. They're literally stuck because they think they've done it, and
and they don't know why it doesn't work.
And it's like, for us, I say this to so many guys when we have emails of guys saying, oh, I don't know if I should do this or not. And I say, for us matching you is the easiest part for you. It is the easiest part. The hardest part for you is maintaining that relationship, understanding what these roles are in the relationship, making sure that her what she wants in a relationship is satisfied as well. That's the hardest part for you. The rest is so simple. It's so easy for us. So yeah, that's what we'd say here. But this comment here was actually quite interesting, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but don't listen to this.
And also don't try, like we did this video about like, oh, she's number 10, I'm number 10, 11, 12, 15. Don't judge people on that. Like I think that, it's approximate. It's not like that he is 11 and I'm 12. It's okay that I said it. But like don't judge on that. Like people, like be yourself and watch our videos.
And stop, guys. Stop pedestalizing letter writing and pedestalizing Slavic Ukrainian beautiful women. Right? Stop this, because straight away, if you are thinking this, Ukrainian women are Slavic beautiful, like you're already putting them up here, okay? And if they're here, then you're here. There's no other way to position that, okay? They are women who require the same thing as all women do in a relationship. It's just that hypergamy is easy to achieve in countries with lower socioeconomics, okay? Stop calling them Slavic beautiful women. It's not cool for guys to do that. If you're doing that, it's not cool. And even the women, if you were in Ukraine, you go, oh, Slavic women are so beautiful. Slavic, beautiful. What is a woman from Ukraine going to think if I started saying that? She's going to go, yeah, you've obviously never seen beautiful women before.
So that's it. Thank you for watching. If you agree, disagree, put some comments, throw in us.
Give us some more comments to talk about, because obviously we go way off track, and that's interesting.
Thank you. See you next time.